Hey everyone, welcome back to Oxford 4000 Essential English Words, episode 69. I'm Emma.
And I'm Frank. Emma, I have to say it feels like we are on a roll lately. The momentum is real.
I know, right? It is like every episode just flows into the next one. I love this feeling. Welcome back to all our amazing listeners. We are so glad you are here with us.
Yeah, whether you are commuting, working out, or just relaxing at home, we appreciate you choosing to spend your time learning with us.
So, Frank, before we dive in, do you want to ask the magic question?
Oh, absolutely. So, Emma, what is on the menu for today?
All right, here we go. Today's 10 words are grieve, renew, only, necessity, determination, locate, normally, chest, result, and swell.
Wow, that is quite a mix. We have emotions, actions, body parts, and some really common everyday words. I am excited about this.
Me too. It is going to be a fantastic episode. But before we jump into the deep dive, let's remind our listeners to hit that save button, like this episode, subscribe to the show, and share it with your friends who are also learning English. And do not forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Yes, your support really helps us keep making these episodes better and better. All right, Emma, let's get started. What is our first word?
Our first word today is grieve. Grieve means to feel very sad, especially because someone has died or because something bad has happened. In Chinese, it means I, dao, or beishang.
So, this is a really deep emotional word, right? It is not just feeling a little sad, it is much stronger.
Exactly. Grieve is about profound sadness and loss. We often use it when someone has lost a loved one, but you can also grieve over other kinds of losses, like the end of a relationship or even a lost opportunity.
I see. So, you could say she is still grieving the death of her father, right?
Perfect example. You can also say the family is grieving together, or even people grieve in different ways.
That last one is interesting. It shows that grieving is a process and everyone does it differently.
Absolutely. Now, the verb form is grieve, but you will also see the noun grief, which means the feeling itself. So you might say she is in grief or he is dealing with his grief.
Got it. So, grieve is the action, grief is the feeling. That makes sense.
Exactly. All right, shall we move on to the next one?
Yes, but I just want to say, even though grieve is a heavy word, it is important to know because it helps us express empathy and understanding when people are going through difficult times.
That is a beautiful way to put it, Frank. Okay, our second word is renew. Renew means to make something new again, to start something again, or to extend the period of time for which something is valid. In Chinese, it means 更新, 重新开始, or 续订.
Oh, this word has multiple meanings, right? Like renewing a library book versus renewing your energy.
Exactly. You are already picking up on the different uses. The most common meaning is to extend something official, like renew your passport, renew your driver's license, or renew a subscription.
So if my gym membership expires, I need to renew it.
Perfect. Another meaning is to start something again with fresh energy or commitment. For example, they renewed their friendship after many years apart.
That is lovely. So it is like giving something a fresh start.
Yes. And you can also renew your energy or renew your focus. It means to restore it or make it strong again.
I really need to renew my motivation for studying English after this long week.
Well, hopefully, this episode is helping you do exactly that. One more common collocation is renewable, especially when talking about energy. Renewable energy means energy that can be used again and again, like solar or wind power.
Right. So renewable resources versus non-renewable resources.
Exactly. All right, moving on. Our third word is only. Now, this is a word everyone knows, but using it correctly can be tricky. Only means no more than just or solely. In Chinese, it means 只, 仅仅, or 唯一.
Wait, Emma, why is this tricky? It seems pretty straightforward.
Good question. The tricky part is where you put only in a sentence because it can change the meaning. Let me give you some examples. Listen carefully. I only ate an apple. This means I ate nothing else, just an apple.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now listen to this one. I ate only an apple. Same meaning, right? I ate nothing but an apple.
Yes, same meaning.
But now listen to this. Only I ate an apple. This means I was the only person who ate an apple. Nobody else did.
Whoa, that is a completely different meaning.
Exactly. The placement of only really matters. In everyday speaking, we often put it in different places and rely on context and intonation to make the meaning clear. But when you are writing, you need to be more careful.
That is such a good tip. So the position of only changes what is being limited or emphasized.
Precisely. Another common use is only child, which means someone who has no brothers or sisters. She is an only child.
Or the only one, right? Like you're the only one who understands me.
Perfect. All right, before we continue, let me just remind our listeners to save this episode's word list and subscribe to the channel so you can get notified about the next set of 10 words. Trust me, you do not want to miss them.
Absolutely. Your future self will thank you for building this vocabulary. All right, Emma, what is next?
Next up is necessity. Necessity is a noun that means something you must have or must do, or the state of being necessary. In Chinese, it means 必需品, 必要性, or 需要.
So it is about things we need, not just things we want.
Exactly. There is a big difference between a necessity and a luxury. Food, water, and shelter are basic necessities. A big screen TV is not a necessity.
Unless you are Frank and the football season just started.
Ha! Nice try. We often use the phrase out of necessity, which means because you have to, not because you want to. For example, she learned to cook out of necessity when she moved away from home.
So she did not necessarily love cooking, but she had to learn.
Right. Another phrase is a necessary evil, which means something unpleasant that you must accept or do. Like exams are a necessary evil in the education system.
Oh, I feel that one. Nobody loves exams, but we understand why they exist.
Exactly. And one more phrase necessity is the mother of invention. This means when you really need something, you will find a way to create it or solve the problem.
That is a famous saying, so difficult situations push us to be creative.
Precisely. Okay, next word. This one is a powerful one determination. Determination means the quality of being determined, the strength of will to keep trying to do something even when it is difficult. In Chinese, it means 决心 or 毅力.
This is one of those character trait words, right? Like when we describe someone's personality.
Yes, and it is always positive. If someone has determination, it means they do not give up easily. They have strong willpower and commitment.
So we might say she showed great determination in learning English.
Perfect. Or his determination to succeed was impressive. We can also say with determination, like she worked with determination to finish the project.
What about the adjective form? Is it determined?
Exactly. Determined means having made a firm decision and being resolved not to change it. She is determined to pass the exam.
Or I am determined to wake up early tomorrow, even though I say that every night and it never happens.
Ha! Well, maybe you need more determination, Frank. All right, halfway through. Our sixth word is locate. Locate means to find the exact position of something or to put or build something in a particular place. In Chinese, it means 找到定位 or 位于.
So this is about position and finding things.
Yes, the most common use is about finding where something is. Can you locate the nearest hospital? Or I cannot locate my keys.
So it is like find, but a bit more formal.
Exactly. Locate is more formal than find. You will see it used a lot in business, technical contexts, or official situations. Another meaning is about where something is positioned or situated. The company is located in New York.
Ah, so we use the passive form be located to say where something is.
Yes, the restaurant is located near the park. The office is located on the fifth floor.
What about the noun form?
Good question. The noun is location, which means a place or position. What is the location of the meeting? Or this is a great location for a picnic.
So locate is the verb, location is the place. Got it.
Perfect. Now, our seventh word is normally. Normally means usually, ordinarily, or under normal circumstances. In Chinese, it means 通常正常情况下 or 一般来说.
This seems like a pretty common adverb. We use it to talk about what usually happens, right?
Exactly. Normally, I wake up at 7 o'clock, or normally, the store opens at 9.
So it is very similar to usually or generally.
Yes, they are very close in meaning, but normally emphasizes that something is the normal or standard situation. Normally, she is very cheerful, but today she seems sad. This suggests that her usual state is cheerful and today is different from normal.
Ah, I see. So it sets up a contrast with what is normal versus what is happening now.
Exactly. We also use normally at the beginning of a sentence. Normally, I would agree with you, but not this time.
And the adjective form is normal, right?
Yes, normal means usual or ordinary. Is this normal behavior for him? Or everything seems normal?
And we can also say things like back to normal or return to normal.
Perfect examples. All right, two more words to go. Our eighth word is chest. Chest is a noun with two main meanings. First, it is the upper front part of your body between your neck and your stomach. Second, it is a large, strong box, usually made of wood, used for storing things. In Chinese, the body part meaning is 胸部 or 胸腔, and the box meaning is 箱子.
So we need to be careful about context here. If someone says they have a pain in their chest, they are talking about their body.
Exactly. You might hear chest pain, which is a medical term, or take a deep breath and expand your chest.
And for the box meaning, we might say a treasure chest, right?
Yes, a treasure chest is a classic example. Or you might have a chest of drawers, which is a piece of furniture with drawers for storing clothes.
Oh, we call that a dresser in American English too, right?
Yes, but chest of drawers is more common in British English. You will also hear the phrase, get something off your chest, which means to tell someone about something that has been worrying or troubling you.
So it is like unburdening yourself. I need to get this off my chest.
Exactly. Now, our ninth word, result. Result can be a noun or a verb. As a noun, it means something that happens or exists because of something else, the outcome or consequence. In Chinese, it means 结果 or 成果.
So this is about cause and effect, right? One thing leads to another.
Exactly. What was the result of the experiment? Or the results of the test will be available tomorrow.
Notice that result can be singular or plural depending on how many outcomes there are.
Good catch. Now, as a verb, result means to happen or exist because something else has happened. We use it with the preposition in or from. His carelessness resulted in an accident.
So his carelessness caused an accident.
Yes, or we can say the accident resulted from his carelessness.
Ah, so result in shows what happened, and result from shows what caused it.
Exactly. One more phrase is as a result, which means because of something that has already been mentioned. It rained heavily. As a result, the match was canceled.
So it is like therefore or consequently.
Precisely. Okay, last word. Our 10th word is swell. Swell is a verb that means to become larger, rounder, or higher, often because of pressure from inside or because of injury. In Chinese, it means 成长 or 铺张.
So this is often related to injuries, right? Like when you twist your ankle and it swells up.
Exactly. Her ankle swelled after she fell, or the injury caused his knee to swell.
And we often use swell up together, right?
Yes, swell up emphasizes the action more. My finger swelled up after the bee sting.
What about non-medical meanings?
Good question. Swell can also mean to increase in size, number, or amount. The crowd swelled to over 10,000 people, or the river swells during the rainy season.
So it is about something growing or expanding.
Yes, and interestingly, swell can also describe emotions. His heart swelled with pride when his daughter graduated. This means he felt a strong, growing sense of pride.
That is a beautiful use of the word. Very poetic.
It is. And fun fact, in old fashioned slang, swell was also an adjective meaning excellent or wonderful. But you do not hear that much anymore except in old movies or books.
Ha! That is a swell piece of trivia, Emma.
I see what you did there. All right, everyone, we have covered all 10 words. Before we move to the next segment, remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this episode with anyone who is working on their English.
Your support means everything to us. All right, Emma? I think it is time to put these words into action. Should we do a scenario dialogue?
Absolutely. Let's jump into a real life conversation that uses all the words we just learned. Frank, are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Okay, here is the scenario. Frank, you are a doctor, and I am your patient. I came in because I am worried about my health. Let's begin. Good morning, doctor. Thank you for seeing me today.
Good morning. Of course, that is what I am here for. Please have a seat. Now, what brings you in today? You sounded concerned on the phone.
Well, I have been experiencing some swelling in my ankle for about a week now. Normally, I am very active, but this has really slowed me down.
I see. Let me take a look at that ankle. Yes, it does appear swollen. Can you tell me how this happened? Was there an injury?
I twisted it while jogging. At first, I thought it was minor, but the swelling has not gone down. I am determined to get back to my exercise routine, but I do not want to make it worse.
That is a wise approach. Your determination to stay healthy is admirable, but we need to locate the exact problem first. I am going to examine your chest and heart as well, just to rule out any circulation issues.
Oh, is that a necessity? I thought it was only my ankle.
It is better to be thorough. Swelling can sometimes result from other underlying conditions, so we want to make sure everything else is functioning normally.
I understand. I have also been feeling quite stressed lately. I lost my grandmother last month and I am still grieving. Could that be affecting my health?
I am very sorry for your loss. Grief can absolutely affect your physical health. Stress can result in inflammation and other symptoms. Have you been taking care of yourself? Getting enough rest?
Honestly, not really. I need to renew my focus on self care. I have been so caught up in work and family responsibilities that I have neglected my own needs.
That is very common, but remember, taking care of yourself is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Now let me check your ankle more carefully. Based on the examination, I think the swelling will go down with proper rest and treatment. I will prescribe some anti-inflammatory medication and give you some exercises to do.
Thank you, doctor. This conversation has really helped. I feel better already just knowing what the result of my injury is and that I have a plan to recover.
You are welcome. Remember to follow up with me in 2 weeks. We will see how you are progressing. Take care of yourself and do not hesitate to call if you have any concerns.
I will. Thank you so much for your help.
Okay, scene. That was great, Emma. We used every single word from today's list.
We did, and it flowed so naturally. I hope our listeners noticed how we wove in words like grieve, necessity, result, and determination in a realistic medical conversation.
Exactly. These words are so useful in everyday situations. All right, now comes the fun part. Let's test our listeners with some Chinese to English translation challenges.
I love this part. Okay, everyone, here is how this works. Frank is going to give you a sentence in Chinese that uses some of today's vocabulary. You will have 5 seconds to translate it into English in your mind. Then we will give you a few possible answers and discuss them.
Sounds good. Let me think of the first one. All right, here is your first challenge. Listen carefully to this Chinese sentence. 他的决心和毅力最终带来了成功的结果。
Okay, listeners, you have 5 seconds to think of your answer. Five, four, three, two, one.
Time is up. Let's hear some possible translations. Emma, what have you got?
All right, here are three possible translations. First option, his determination and perseverance finally resulted in success. Second option, his determination and willpower ultimately brought successful results. Third option, his resolve and persistence eventually led to a successful outcome.
All three are correct. They all capture the meaning of the original Chinese sentence. The key vocabulary we used here are determination, which is 决心, and result, which can be a noun or a verb meaning 结果.
Notice how in the first translation we used result as a verb with the preposition in, resulted in success. In the second, we used results as a noun, and in the third, we used a synonym, outcome, to add variety.
Great analysis. Okay, listeners, ready for the second challenge? Here it comes. 通常情况下，你可以在图书馆的3楼找到参考书。
5 seconds, everyone. Five, four, three, two, one.
And stop. Emma, what do we have?
Okay, here are some good translations. First option, normally you can locate reference books on the third floor of the library. Second option, under normal circumstances, you can find reference materials on the library's third floor. Third option, usually reference books are located on the third floor in the library.
Excellent. The key words here are normally, meaning 通常情况下, and locate, meaning 找到 or 位于.
Notice that in the first translation, we used locate as an active verb. You can locate books. In the third translation, we used the passive form are located, meaning the books are positioned there.
Both work perfectly, and we could also use usually instead of normally because they are very close in meaning.
Exactly. All right, one more challenge before we wrap up. Frank, give them a tough one.
Oh, you asked for it. Okay, everyone, this one is a bit longer and uses multiple vocabulary words. Ready? Here it is. 在失去挚友之后，他悲伤了很长时间，但最终他决定重新开始生活，因为他知道这是必要的。
Ooh, that is a complex one. Okay, listeners, this might need a bit more time, but let's stick with 5 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one.
Time is up. Emma, this is a challenging sentence. What are some good translations?
This is definitely challenging because it has several clauses and multiple vocabulary words. Here is one translation. After losing her close friend, she grieved for a long time, but eventually she decided to renew her life because she knew it was a necessity.
That is excellent. What else?
Here is another option. She grieved for a long time after the loss of her best friend, but finally she chose to start anew, knowing it was necessary.
Also great. And one more?
Following the death of her dear friend, she spent a long time grieving, but ultimately resolved to renew her approach to life, recognizing it as a necessity.
Beautiful. All three translations capture the meaning well. The key words in this sentence are grieve, meaning 悲伤 or 爱, 到, renew, meaning 重新开始, and necessity, meaning 必要.
This sentence is a great example of how these words work together to express a complex emotional journey. Someone experiencing loss, going through grief, and then making a decision to move forward.
Exactly. And notice how we can express Chongqing in different ways. Renew her life, start anew, or renew her approach to life. They all work.
Fantastic. I hope everyone at home tried these exercises. Remember, the more you practice translating and constructing sentences with new vocabulary, the more natural these words will become for you.
Absolutely. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode. But before we say goodbye, let's talk about what is coming next.
Yes, in our next episode, we will be covering 10 more essential words. And here is a sneak peek. The words are teenager, though, hesitate, volcano, anger, knock, more, improvement, associated, and bed.
Ooh, that is an interesting mix. I am especially curious about how we will use volcano in everyday conversation.
Huh, you will have to tune in to find out. But seriously, these are all super useful words that you will use all the time.
So, everyone, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this episode with your friends, and definitely turn on notifications so you do not miss the next episode.
Your support helps us keep creating high quality content for English learners everywhere. We really appreciate every single one of you.
All right, Emma, should we wrap it up?
Let's do it. Today we covered 10 essential words: grieve, renew, only, necessity, determination, locate, normally, chest, result, and swell.
We learned their definitions, we used them in context, we acted out a scenario, and we practiced translating complex sentences. That is a full workout for your English brain.
It really is. And remember, the key to mastering these words is to use them. Try to incorporate them into your own sentences, your own writing, your own conversations.
Exactly. Do not just passively listen, actively engage with the vocabulary. That is how you will truly make these words your own.
Well said, Frank. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on Oxford 4000 Essential English Words. I am Emma.
And I am Frank.
Keep practicing, stay curious, and remember that every word you learn brings you closer to fluency.
We believe in you. See you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.